women should be naked. And by the end of the video, I guarantee you agree with me. Women included. My number one reason is because, and I'm talking for men and women, but I'm relating it to women in some aspects. I'll let you know. And you'll see why. Well, when our body's naked, we feel what's around us. So we're more in tune with our environment. And we actually feel the atmosphere, or you could say the wind. It feels better. And you'll feel more alive. You'll feel more alive. Another thing is, it will get rid of insecurities for women. A lot of people are insecure, but they'll feel more secure because it will be an option to be naked. But the whole thing is, if, let's just say someone's super fat, then they can't hide that. Not that there's anything wrong. They probably feel insecure about that if you're really fat. And so, if all their clothes were off, they wouldn't let that happen. So it gives you some stability, accountability, which not a lot of people have when it comes to their body. And I get it. Another thing is, men, when they look at women, I'm being honest, we don't want to see women with clothes on. We just don't. Let's be honest. Furthermore, when we're picking a mate, we want to see what they look like. We don't want to talk for them for months on end, and then for them to pop off their clothes. And maybe stuff was exaggerated through the clothes. And maybe the woman knew this. Maybe it was her insecurities eating her alive. It goes both ways. But the women, we just want to see them. We want to see the breast. We want to see the ass. I'm just saying, when we're looking for a mate, we want to see it. We don't want a revealing party later. it just, it confuses the mind, can be manipulation, and it's just kind of weird. So there's that aspect of it. We want to see what we're getting into. Another thing is that men already have their shirts off. And this is hilarious. This is proving my point. If men can walk around without their shirts on, it should be the other way around. Men shouldn't be allowed to have their shirts off. Because women actually breastfeed. It's kind of funny. So women breastfeed, so they should be allowed to have their shirts off. Especially if men already have their shirts off. That's sexist in itself. That's not fair. I'm the most fairest person in the world. Or you could say unbiased. It's just the way I am, so don't ask me how. Another point is, and one of the biggest points, is women go on the beach. I've never been to a beach and seen this in person this way, and women basically just wear a string on between their ass cheeks, and same thing with their breasts. So what's the point of being on a beach? The women's practically naked. They're basically naked. And then they have to go put on clothes when they enter the city. It doesn't make sense. And why can't, if they're that close to being naked, then they should just be naked. Also, when we see clothes, like let's just say we see like half of your tit, like it's your cleavage is showing, or something, your butt in your jeans is poking out. It's more alluring. Whereas if we seen just raw breast and ass all day, it would be a normal. We wouldn't be obsessing over it. And we wouldn't want to see more of it. It's actually more magic, trickery, and manipulating than seeing half of it than seeing all of it. Because we'll want to see what else is behind the clothes. Whereas if we just seen it flat out, it's like, oh, if we seen it every day, then it'd be like whatever. We wouldn't even care. That's a volcano erupting. I think the future in our distant past we used to be primarily naked. For sure. And it's definitely going to happen again in the future. There is some other points when we're more free. Now I know Buddhist temples, Hindu temples, and just religious stuff, the women should be, it's completely clothed, which I get the reason for lust. It's the same reason we kind of do it now, or one of the reasons, but I don't agree with any of the religious ways of doing that. I don't care what temple it is, because it's a woman's God-given right in its nature to be naked. And again, it feels good to be naked. If you were never naked out in the woods, or just anywhere, which most of us haven't been, then you wouldn't know. So I don't agree with the religious ways. I don't care what it is. It's not fair. We're born with no clothes, and we leave our bodies behind. One last thing. The only reason we would wear clothes is in the extreme cold. And this would all be an option if we want to be naked or with clothes. If we're in the extreme cold, obviously we would throw clothes on. And it goes with the same thing in extreme heat, mainly the desert, because in the desert, it's actually, you keep cooler when you wear the right clothes. That's why in the desert, they're not completely naked. That about sums it up. So thanks for joining, everybody. Hey, everybody. I appreciate you guys. If you have anything you'd like to add or discuss, let me know.